Right off the top of this video here, this is all about Mitolyn reviews. If you're looking up a product for weight loss, Mitolyn for weight loss, some sort of a product that is a bottle of pills. It is called a purple peel exploit, maybe a purple peel exploit recipe. If you're looking up information about this, I have, I believe, just about everything that you might need to make a decision about whether or not this is something that you will see as legit or maybe a potential scam, something like that. My video here does not call this product a scam. All that I'm doing is I'm talking about some different things that I noticed on the Mitolyn.com website with a video that is presented in terms of some marketing and some concerns that I had. And I also am going to talk later in this video about how I contacted the company, tell you the questions that I asked them. If I receive a response after I record this video, but before or after I upload it, I will add that information in a pinned comment. But as of me recording this, I did not yet receive a response, but I will add that in a pinned comment if I do receive some answers. So, this is about Mitolyn, and you might be searching for Mitolyn reviews and complaints, Mitolyn consumer reports about a weight loss product. Maybe you're looking up Andrew Lambert, research scientist. And the reason you would be doing that is because there is a video on the Mitolyn.com website. And it has someone who claims at the very beginning of the video, I think it's like the very first words, he says, research scientist Andrew Lambert here. But there is no one who is named Andrew Lambert, who is a research scientist that has backed this. That is a fake name. And someone pointed this out to me in a comment in the past. This Andrew Lambert person, it's a fake name, is in reality someone named, I think, Tom Mustin in the Denver, Colorado area, who does like spokesperson work or whatever. That's what's going on with that. I noticed that. He's like either a former anchor or something like that, but he's not the focus of my video. I just identified that because someone else identified it, sent it to me, and it's going to make that clear. So the person in the video claims to be Andrew Lambert, a research scientist, which is not true. Concern number one, right off the bat in the first few seconds of the video. This person says in the video, there's a bizarre purple peel exploit backed by breakthrough studies from Harvard and Yale that takes just 6 seconds to do, turbocharging your metabolism and easily and rapidly liquefying inches of deep, stubborn fat. And so, there is no purple peel exploit recipe. And they're going to kind of promise that to you. They're going to show this Andrew Lambert guy, research scientist, fake name, and not a real research scientist. They're going to show him in front of a cutting board with a purple vegetable or fruit or something, but they're going to block it out with like pixelation. That's what they do in the video. But he never ends up showing you a recipe. And the reason why, the recipe promise with a special herb, spice, fruit, vegetable, or meat is the classic thing you see in these medicinal product videos these days, including with potential scams. And that is just to hook you to watch the whole video because you're expecting to figure out, okay, what's the recipe? And it ends up being a bottle of pills, a dropper bottle, whatever. And that's exactly what's happening here. It is a bottle of pills. So Mitolyn reviews, Mitolyn for weight loss, Mitolyn reviews and complaints, consumer reports. I've got everything you need here. This product's been going around since at least 2025, but I noticed it having a resurgence here in 2026, so I wanted to make a video. Andrew Lambert, fake name. The last time I'm going to say it's a fake name. I'm going to just refer to him as Lambert from now on. Says in the next 3 minutes, but the video lasts a long time. So that's kind of not lying, but it's kind of like giving you an indication it's going to be really fast, and the video is not fast. It's not quick. It's a natural, safe, calorie-burning hack, he announces at one point. He promises to show step by step, like I said, how to do the purple peel exploit at home. Does not do it because there is no recipe. He says, quote, it's got nothing to do with useless meal plans, probiotics, or working out. So oddly simple, it takes just 6 seconds to do, but so powerful, it melts wobbly fat from your back, hips, arms, and face like a blowtorch to butter. Sounds amazing, right? Yeah, that's what it's marketing, right? Has potentially fake sounding testimonials. In my opinion, they're completely fake, but I have to, potentially. Claims the presentation was banned, and I'm seeing that a lot here in January 2026 with these medicinal products, with the marketing of them and some potential scam aspects to them. Potential. And yeah, it wasn't banned. So that's not true. It's a lie. This is like, it would be explained to be like a documentary style video, and that explains the fake names and everything. But they claim right off the top, there's a research scientist named Andrew Lambert talking to you, and he's not a research scientist, and his name is not Andrew Lambert. Not good. Claims there's a 6-second purple peel exploit. I'm going in chronological order what I saw in the video. I'm just about done with my notes. Only a few more points here. claims the weight loss industry is doing everything they can to hide the purple pill exploit. Big pharma doesn't want you to know about this. All that kind of garbage. It's not true. Lambert claims he lives in Hanover, Maryland, but we know the actor, the guy, the spokesperson lives in Denver. Not really true. Some weight loss transformation photos appear AI generated. That's my opinion. I saw that, and they look pretty AI generated, some of them. Lambert claims, so they basically are stolen weight loss transformation photos, potentially, allegedly, is what it looks like, that have been manipulated with AI. Not very good, not very right. That's not right, Lambert claims he stumbled upon a YouTube video on a channel named Mr. Peter Newman with the title, quote, The Strangely Incredible Health of Ulassai. And if I'm not saying that correctly, it's Ullassai. It's a location. Newman introduces himself, this Peter Newman guy, as a pharmaceutical researcher with 12 years of experience. Remember that, 12 years or so of experience. That's a quote. And Lambert then claims Newman is a doctor, even though his YouTube channel, which doesn't exist, it's fake, claims Newman's a doctor, but his YouTube channel says Mr. Peter Newman. Doesn't make any sense. Why wouldn't it say doctor? Lambert claims Newman has 27 years of experience whenever he just said he had 12. Makes no sense. Lambert or Newman claims Harvard doctors found tiny slimming furnaces that are abundant in slim people. No, I mean, maybe they did in some study, but Harvard, Yale, all these different universities that might be mentioned over and over again in the video have nothing to do with this. But the mention of them and the logos or the videos or photos of the campuses, whatever it is that they use in the video, might give some people the impression that the universities backed this. And the video doesn't say they backed it. I'm not saying that, but it might give the impression. And that might be the point of mentioning them. Trust signals, right? Lambert makes the claim about, and I'm not saying this correctly, maybe maqui berries, MAQui berries, saying that is the alleged purple peel exploit, or the purple peel, maqui berries, and that they're a, quote, anti-aging, unquote. Sorry about the air quotes. If you hate air quotes, I'm doing it just so you know. An anti-aging berry in Ulassai. If I'm not saying the name of that location correctly, sorry about that. Lastly, the website claims, quote, our customers say 4.92 out of 5 based on 39,208 reviews. Those reviews are not available to the public if they're even real. And the 4.92 out of 5 is something I see all the time, and on these pages. It's like part of a template for these sorts of medicinal product landing pages. And I saw an article somewhere else mentioning I think I have to see here, if I can find it, and then type it in. I think his name was, a Dr. Nakamura, a leading research scientist collaborating with Mitolyn. And I'll tell you more about that in a second. I asked the company about that person. I couldn't find information about any collaboration with someone named Dr. Nakamura. And that appeared on some sort of a news release that appeared on a bunch of different websites to kind of like then land at the top of Google search results. That's the point of that. And there are other ingredients. Some of the Mitolyn, if you're looking at Mitolyn reviews, Mitolyn ingredients, I'm not going to pronounce all these correctly. Maqui berry, Haema tacolcus, Rhodiola rosea, Amla, Schisandra, and Theobroma cacao. I didn't say the second one correctly. It's HAEMATOCOCUS, however you say that. So that is basically all that I want to go through. If you're looking for Mitolyn customer service phone number, Mitolyn customer support phone number, the phone number that I found is 800-390-6035. That's for US, and international is 208-345-4245, and that's with a +1 before it. And I don't know if those go, I'm curious. I just want to check real quick instead of not responsibly checking, and then you guys end up figuring this out when I should have figured it out. That number, that number goes to ClickBank. So it doesn't go to Mitolyn specifically, which is not great. That is not something that I expected to see. So that's the phone number for ClickBank, which is, I guess, the retailer you buy it through. So if you want to contact Mitolyn directly, it's contact@mitolyn.com. And lastly, the questions that I asked in the email to Mitolyn, and I will update my video if I receive answers between now and the time I upload the video or after I upload the video. I asked, question 1, the video claims to show a research scientist named Andrew Lambert. However, the man depicted in the video is not that person, nor are they a research scientist. Can you explain that? Number 2, in the video, the person portraying Andrew Lambert promises to show how to prepare the, quote, purple peel exploit in a kitchen, then never does. Why? Number 3, Quote, person named Andrew Lambert mentions a doctor named Peter Newman, but I could find no information suggesting any doctor by that name had anything to do with a purple peel exploit or maquis berries. Why? And number 4, who is Dr. Nakamura, the man mentioned in your news releases? What is his first name? Link me to information, please. And that's what I sent them. And let me see. Did I line up anything else here I wanted to talk about? You know, it's also called on these landing pages from affiliates maybe or whoever it is, a quote tea trick. Or maybe an AM hack, a 6-second AM hack, like a morning hack. And I saw that in 2 different pages talking about different people who supposedly lost weight with this, and it looks like stolen weight loss transformation photos. This is not Mitolyn.com I'm talking about. These are like affiliate pages, is what it looks like, or something like that. Basically, I'm not calling this product a scam, but I am telling you I examined the marketing on Mitolyn.com, and I wanted to walk you through a few of my findings to help you make a more informed decision. And if I had to make that decision for you, I would say, just go see a doctor. If you have questions about your health, if you want to talk to a doctor about losing weight, even if you talked to a doctor before, go ask a friend, a family member, hey, who's your doctor? Do you like them? Go see them and ask them about weight loss. Don't buy something online that potentially has concerning aspects to the marketing to it. That would be my opinion, my advice. Like, comment, and subscribe. There's a join button down below. That's really big. There's also a thanks button to the right, the thumbs up and thumbs down buttons. Mitolyn reviews, Mitolyn consumer reports. If you see us on Walmart or Amazon, Mitolyn Walmart, Mitolyn Amazon. Doesn't mean a product is legitimate just because it's on Amazon.com or Walmart.com. They host third-party listings for just about any medicinal product you might be able to think of. And they don't like do clinical trials or studies or whatever. They're just there from what I know. And there might be some sort of a standard, but if you see that, don't think, oh, okay, I'll just buy it from Walmart. Just make sure you go talk to a doctor. That's my advice. Thank you for watching.